Hi, this is Suzanne from EFT-scripts.com with a personal vlog video. I just received news today that I could end up catching COVID in the next few days, and I'm not happy about it because I've got a lung condition. The last 2 times I caught COVID, I had to take steroids. Because of the steroids, my weight ballooned, and so I'm not really keen on that idea. I've taken all sorts of precautions when I was in that situation, but still not very happy about it. Also very worried about my other half, who does not fare so well with COVID. So I just don't know. My biggest fear is putting on weight. So that's what I'm going to tap on. I know it seems a little bit horrible if somebody knows somebody who had died of COVID and they think, oh, all she's worried about is putting on weight. Well, with the weight came higher blood pressure and all sorts of problems. So, you know, it's not just the way I look, it's more than that. And at my age, I really have to be careful of any weight gain if I am to have good quality of life till a good old age. So anyway, I'm going to tap on my fear that I'll catch COVID and put on weight as part of releasing stress, because if I release stress, my immune system works better and maybe I don't need to actually fall with COVID and I can continue to fight it. So if you have something that you're worried about or something that you know would make you put on weight and you're really afraid of it, as part of your tapping, maybe we can tap and release the stress. Maybe releasing the stress will help you on your weight loss journey, because if, like me, you are somebody who is an emotional eater, then the more stress, the more likely the emotional eating. So we don't really want stress in our lives, do we? So tap along with me if you want to. Even though I'm afraid, and I know that this can really make me put on weight, and I just don't want to. I just want to feel better. And my fear of putting on weight this time, I forgot to take a number. That's how upset I was at the thought, because I'm sorry if it's all about weight gain for me with COVID, but it really is all that it's about, and it is serious. My blood pressure was going up, and I was doing my best to bring it back down. So it is serious if I put on more weight. On a scale from 10 to 0, my fear of putting on weight if I get COVID is an 8. So whatever your fear about putting on weight, let's tap on it. When the fear is out of the way, when we can think more calmly, we can think more clearly and make better choices. Even though I have this fear of putting on weight with COVID, if I catch it again in the next couple of weeks, I just want to feel better. Even though I have this fear of putting on weight, I just want to feel better. I'm going to tap with 2 hands because I'm tapping for myself. You can tap with me with 1 hand or both, it's up to you. This fear of putting on weight. This fear of putting on weight. This fear of putting on weight. Sometimes it helps if I stop at a point and just take a deep breath in and breathe out. This fear of putting on weight. And it's such a struggle to lose it. I just don't want to have to go through that again. This fear of putting on weight. This fear that is stopping me from doing anything reasonable today. This fear of putting on weight. You can see how fat it made, but I don't want to get any fatter. I want to get slimmer, because some of that fat isn't on my arms and legs. Some of that fat is where it's not supposed to be. Okay. Or what But you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, so on a scale from 10 to 0, the fear of putting on weight is now a 4 or a 5. So I'm going to tap again and see where it takes me, because I want to be calm so that I can make good decisions all the time, and I want to be calm so that my immune system works well and has the best chance of fighting this potential infection. Okay, so even though I have this fear of putting on weight, I just want to feel better. Even though I have this fear of putting on weight, and I feel like saying, I will find a way not to somehow. Maybe I can find a way not to somehow. Even though I have this fear of putting on weight, maybe I can find a way not to somehow. Yeah. This fear of putting on weight. You're seeing me smiling. This fear of putting on weight. I hope you're starting to smile. If not, just keep replaying this until you feel better. This fear of putting on weight. This fear of putting on weight. Just taking a few deep breaths. This fear of putting on weight. This fear of putting on weight. This fear of putting on weight. And I'm smiling because I remember the first time when I put on the most weight. There were no gyms. Everything was in lockdown. All gyms were in lockdown. And even though I did do exercise on my own, I've damaged my knee some time ago in 2017. And although it was still okayed by my physiotherapist to run on it, I don't think I want to run any more half marathons or any good distance running. There's no place in my home for for any kind of elliptical machine or anything like that. So realistically, the only exercise I can have is walking. And if you've been in the north of England in winter, I was then in the London area in winter, but still it was very cold when it was cold. And when it wasn't cold, I just didn't feel inclined to run for so long as to walk for so long. I could run a short distance, I couldn't walk for very long. And I couldn't run very well because of my lung anyway. So apart from that, I did some yoga in the garden, and then I did some yoga indoors. But still, it was just, I do best when I am in a physical class in the gym and somebody's guiding me through it, and then I can turn off brain, engage body, do what I'm told, and then it's over soon. And I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. But I wouldn't be able to just, I don't know, for me it's an in-person thing. I did like online yoga, but it wasn't as oomphy as I would have liked. And I like being in a group. And yes, I should have done something where I was in a group online, but I didn't. And so that's what went wrong the first time. And I think the second time I had COVID, yes, the steroids made me blow up, but most of the weight was put on the first time. And I just remembered as I was tapping, this was so interesting, clearer thinking, that I now belong to a gym which has loads of classes throughout the day, every day of the week. And for this I pay a premium, but it is worth it. And I can go as often as I like, you know, so if I have to go on steroids, I will probably be going to the gym 5 days a week, doing 2 classes a day, or doing my own workout, really an intense workout, to make sure that even though the steroids remove my ability to feel satisfied and I'm constantly hungry, I won't be eating too much because I'll be exercising, basically exercising and working. There won't be much time for eating. And also I won't, I don't know what else it does to me, but really I eat a lot and I put on a lot of weight, and it's just whatever it is that it does. Now thinking back, the second time that I got it, because the gym was open soon after, I think, and that made it easier for me not to put on too much more weight. So maybe I can get away with it. So I feel really calm. It's amazing, and I really just want to make this point. It's amazing when you tap, how you get ideas, how you get incentive, how you get motivated, how, you know, solutions come. And so let's hope that this will help me. I will let you know if I catch COVID or not. And if so, you'll be able to tell if I put on weight or not. It's not very hard to tell. So anyway, till next time, happy tapping. Bye-bye now.